There's a terrific restaurant, terrific hotel that has a terrific restaurant in the center of Washington, D.C. Everybody who visits here should go there. They have a terrace out back. They need to protect it during a construction project that's going to happen next door. The neighbor intends to excavate deep into the ground. And there's no ruling out an accident or miscalculation resulting in subsidence of the soil. When one has a design project, there's not so much thinking beforehand, except to think about, well, maybe we can make a model of the site, take measurements, take photographs, hang around, look at the site, think about it, and most importantly, make a model such as this, which is, the hotel is up this way, and this is the rear. In fact, this is the alley, and this is the projected project site right over here. This is the existing beautiful, heavy, 16-inch thick brick wall. Encloses this like a walled garden. The first thing is to build a little model of what's there and think about it. So what we have left is the winner. The idea that really stuck is, for many reasons, and this is an interesting thing about architecture, it's a combination of form and function. And this form is interesting, and it's going to be great with the way light comes in through these horizontal lattices or slats. Kind of like being in a big corn crib, or possibly in an orangery kind of structure which is high and lighted, and in this case full of vines growing up the walls. But one of the most important features is the skinny legs at the corners, because those we reduced the support structure to simply 4 slender steel columns so we wouldn't interfere with any seating. Then we added structure that would defeat any subsidence due to underpinning next door. That is, rather than having a simple structure bearing on the ground, temporary type, we went to a grade beam design, which our structural engineer, John Tung, came up with, which allowed us to keep the slender columns in the far corners of the site, even though immediately adjacent, the neighbor intends to excavate deep into the ground. The radiant heating will extend the season, as it were, out of doors. Even in winter, when it's relatively cold, it can be cold and damp. If your feet are warm, if you're warm from the feet up, you're able to be outdoors much longer. And this sketch helps to explain the theory of the design. That is, it's a covering and it's a protection, but at the same time, much of the year it'll be open air, largely open air, even with an opening over this way and with windows opening up at the top and the ability for air to flow right through the space, so that you're essentially out of doors and you have that out of doors feeling with fresh air. At the same time, all of these vines grow within the space. They are going to grow inside and up into and around this structure. This has a magnetic zipper type of screen. It's kind of like a very fancy shower curtain that can close. And over here we'll close the door, and we can close all of the windows. And at that stage, with the radiant brick pavers at, say, 65, 70 degrees, it'll be a cozy place, even well into November, and certainly starting up again in February, and quite possibly, on account of the often warm Washington winters, it'll be usable almost year-round. So the end result is not just the pretty picture or the preferred design sketch, it's also the working solution, the functional solution. As a temporary structure, this can be taken down promptly when the time comes. But at the same time, since it has to stand up for more than one season, it has to be built as if it could stand up almost indefinitely.